and welcome to my office. As I was looking over your notes, I noticed that we're just doing a general examination today. Is that correct? Okay, so nothing out of the ordinary. No. Okay. I'd love to just jump right into it, if you don't mind. Okay. Let's start. Let's start with bringing out the stethoscope. I just want to take a listen to your heart and your lungs to start with. So I'd love to start with your heart. You don't need to breathe in any sort of way. Do you mind if I start there? Okay. So right here, at the topmost point, this is where we listen to the aortic valve of the heart. And then if I go over, a little down, then this is our pulmonic valve. And I'm listening to the sound of the valves opening and closing, their rhythm, their strength, the blood flow. And then right here, if we go back over, a little down, we can listen to the tricuspid valve. And then right here, this is our mitral valve. We'll just listen to the valves open, close, open, close. Good. For your lungs, I am going to be guiding you as to how I need you to breathe. So we are going to take deep breaths in and out. Just like that, okay? Alright, so we'll start at the lung apices here. So if I could have you take a deep breath in and out. That's right. Good. And we're just going to compare each side to the other. Deep breath in and out. Okay. Go ahead and inhale. Good. Inhale. Another deep breath in and out. Deep breath in. Last row on the anterior chest here. Deep breath in and out. Nice and slow. Deep breath in and out. What I like about starting with listening to the heart and lungs is our deep breathing just naturally allows things to slow down a bit and be a little more comfortable. Yeah? Okay. Would you mind just turning around so that I can listen to the posterior chest wall? Okay. Start right up here. Deep breath in and out. each lobe of the lung. Deep breath in and out. 3 lobes on the right. Deep breath in. 2 lobes on the left. Deep breath in. Out. Last one here. Deep breath in and out. Good. We're going to put this away for just a little bit. Nice and easy. Nice and slow. Okay, so I want to take a little look at your eyes if you don't mind. So I'm going to get a little closer and just look around the orbit. We have the lacrimal glands here, our tear ducts. We have the conjunctival tissue. So I'm just going to pull your eyelids down. I'll have you look up for me. Just pull down and you look up. Good. And then I'm going to have you look down and I'm going to pull up on the top eyelids. So go ahead and look down. Look down. Good. Okay, so conjunctival tissue, pink and moist. And we have the sclerae of the eyes, which is generally this very light gray color, though we call it the whites of the eyes. The irises, the pupils, eyelashes, their distribution, eyebrows, making sure those are intact. Good. Okay, I'm going to bring in some light. Shouldn't be too strong. And I'm just going to look at your eyes with this little bit of light to start right here. Just right here. And it takes a moment for it to really get going. There we go. There we are. Good. Just keep looking at my nose right here. That's right. Okay. So I am going to put my hand between your eyes here. I'm going to have you still look ahead, look straight ahead, and I'm just going to bring my light into your vision one at a time, okay? So, if I can have you just look straight ahead. We are going to check our direct, consensual response, good. Consensual, good. Direct, consensual. Okay, just keep looking straight ahead. We'll look at the other eye. Direct, consensual. Direct, consensual, direct, direct, consensual, 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 and consensual. Good. Okay. Now just keep looking straight ahead. And we're going to check for a defect in the way that information is transferred to your brain from your eyes. This is called the swinging light test. We're just going to swing the light back and forth, thus the name. And this will tell us if there's any issue with that pathway of your eyes giving your brain sensory information. Good. And there doesn't seem to be. Excellent. Now, I am going to have you look at the wall behind me here. Just take a look at the wall. Look at my light. Okay, look at it as I bring it in. Keep looking at it as I bring it out. In. Good. Look at the painting here. Mm-hmm. Look at the light. Keep following it as I go out. In, and look at the wall. Good. Look at the painting here. Okay, just look at this light right up here. Follow this as it comes down, back up, down, back up. Good. Look at the wall. And then look at this light as it comes down, up, down, up. Okay, look at my nose here. Right, and watch this light as it comes up and then down, and down. Up, down. Okay, look at the painting over here. Good, and then look at the light. Just watch it as I go back and forth, back and forth. Just keep watching, back and forth. Good. Okay. So I want to do a little quick neurological check with you. So if I could have you just tell me, we already have orientation to person. I know who you are. And you had confirmed your details to our nurse. Now, if you wouldn't mind just telling me what time your appointment started. Okay, and approximately what do you think that makes the time now? Good, okay. And where are we? What room? What building? What city? Yep. Good. Okay. And lastly, orientation to situation. What are we doing today? What are we doing here? Good. Excellent. Now, another quick little ability to follow commands here. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you just open and close your eyes. Very simple. So I'll have you just close your eyes. Good. Can I have you open your eyes? Close them back down. Good. Open your eyes. Close them back down. One last time. Open your eyes. Close them back down. Good. You're more than welcome to keep your eyes closed if you'd like. I don't need you to have them open for the rest of the exam. Whatever you're comfortable with. Alright? You are in control the whole time. And I will be telling you what's going on the whole time. So I am just going to come up to your scalp and do a little scalp examination. I'm going to put my hands right at the top of your head. Right here. One hand on one side. One hand on the other. And I'm going to lightly palpate the scalp here. One hand on one side, one on the other, going to the back of the head, to the hairline, coming back up around the ears, feeling for lumps and bumps with one hand here. Switching to the other hand to feel the other side. Other hand. Good. I'm going to use one of my fingers here to just look along the front of your hairline. Very gently pushing the hair back. Parting it, going around one ear, using my other finger to go around the other ear. Excellent. Now, just going to take a peek at your face. You'll feel one of my fingers along your skin. We'll start at the forehead, and I'm feeling texture here. And I'll come down to the temple and the cheek, the jaw, chin, other cheek here. Between the eyebrows here, down the nose, good, above the lip right here, okay, and underneath the chin and the jaw, with two fingers here. Just feeling texture differences. Examining each area. Good. Now I'm going to use one finger and I'm going to press on your sinus cavities. We'll start at the forehead. This is the frontal sinus. If you could just tell me if this is painful or tender at all. These are the ethmoid sinuses. side. Any pain or tenderness here? Okay. Now the maxillary sinuses here. I'm just going to use my finger to press here, 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 and then on the other side here, here, here. Good. Each side just pressing along the sinus. Okay. Any pain at all? Alright, I'm just going to have you tip your head back a bit so that I can look inside of your nose with my flashlight. I'm not going to touch you. I'm just going to look inside the nasal passages. You have any trouble with breathing or your sense of smell? Seasonal allergies, maybe? Okay, how about snoring? Good. Okay, now if I could have you open your mouth, and I'll just take a peek inside. Good. I'm going to grab my tongue depressor. You'll feel me just tapping along your teeth. Good. Excellent. And can you lift your tongue to the roof of your mouth? And put it all the way out of your mouth. Extend it as far as you can. Good. You'll feel the tongue depressor pressing your tongue down. And if you could say ah for me. Good. And the walls of the pharynx look clear. Tonsils look good. Not swollen. Okay. Alright, I'm going to take the tongue depressor out. You can close your mouth. Let me grab my otoscope real quick. And we'll take a peek at your ears. We'll just pop on a new speculum. Just like that. Twist that on. And I'm going to be putting the otoscope inside of the ear. You'll also feel my finger sort of prop itself against the side of your head so that I don't go too far. And if you accidentally move, that I don't poke you, okay? Alright. There we go. Light's a little weak, but that's enough for us. So, I'm just going to pull the ear up and back. And then we'll look inside of the ear here. And I'm not going to be here for too long. Just going to be checking for signs of irritation, infection, perforation of the eardrum. Do you have any issues with your ears at all? Okay, not with your hearing, not with any sort of sensation. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and just pull up. And then on the other side, pull up and back. And take a look over here. So, our coloring looks good. No redness. And the a little hearing test. I know you said your hearing did not have any issues. I just want to make sure. So I am going to be whispering some words into one ear or the other. I'd just like you to tell me what word you hear. Okay? All right. Carrot. Good. Rutabaga. Zucchini. Potato. Boil a mushroom, stick them in a stew. Yeah. Brussels sprouts. Cabbage. Lettuce. Leek. Onion. Squash. Pumpkin. Yam. Pepper. Fennel. Celery. Celeriac. Yeah, good. Barley. Okra. Collards. Aubergine. Okay, you know your vegetables. Very good. So, we are going to come to the lymph nodes. Now, there are lymph nodes. I'm just going to point them out to you here. There are lymph nodes right here at the back of your head, around the hairline, generally. We have lymph nodes behind the ear here, right here. We have lymph nodes right here in front of the ear, underneath the chin and the jaw. We have a few sets in the neck here, all different areas. And the last site is going to be the supraclavicular nodes, which will be right about here. I'm going to palpate these areas. It'll feel a little bit like a light skin massage. We'll see if there's any distension, mobility, rigidity, things of that sort. So, behind that, in front of the ears, behind the ears, underneath the chin and jaw, rolling the skin here, and we have the anterior cervical, deep cervical chain, and posterior cervical nodes along the neck, rolling the skin. And supraclavicular right here at the clavicle area, right above that, supraclavicular, superior to. Okay, so nothing there. Now, I'd like to move to looking at your shoulders, your arms, your hands, and their reflexes. So, you have any issues with your shoulders at all? Range of motion, pain. Okay, and we'll come down the arm, Nothing here. And hand. Any pain or tenderness anywhere here? Okay. If we just go the other side, we have the shoulder, the arm, forearm, and the hand. So the hands are a bit, not clammy, but a bit damp. It's very humid in here, huh? Yeah, temperature itself's not bad, but humidity, not excellent at all. But we'll get through it. There are worse things. Okay, let me take a look at your fingernail. So you'll feel me press on the fingernail, release, press, release, press, release, press, release, good, press, release, other hand, press, release, press, release, press, and release. Excellent. Now, the temperature of the skin is warm. We have that bit of dampness, but we've established it's a little on the humid side. Good. So let me take a couple of reflexes here, or test them rather. We are going to use a standard triangular tomahawk or Taylor hammer here. I'm going to use this broad side of the triangle, and we are going to get the triceps reflex and the biceps reflex. If I could have you rest your arms on your thighs so that your thighs take the entire weight of your arms. I am going to guide your arm, and I'm going to hold it, support it, and you'll feel me just tap away. It won't hurt. It might feel a little funny for a second because your arm will move on its own. The muscles will move on their own. But it doesn't hurt. So keep your arm along your thigh here. And I'm going to just tap on the back of the arm to elicit the triceps reflex. Good. And then I'm going to wrap my hand around your elbow, put my thumb in the crook of your elbow, and then tap on my thumb here. Good. Same on the other side. Very easy. We're going to come to the back of the arm. Good. And I'll support your elbow here and put my thumb in the crook of your elbow. Excellent. Now, we missed one particular spot with our stethoscope earlier, and that is the abdomen. I'm going to take a listen to it with the stethoscope. So, I'm going to have you just breathe normally, and you'll just feel the stethoscope. Glide around the abdomen. Listen for a few seconds, and then move along. Listening to the digestive organs. In some spots, we can listen to the renal arteries. Palpation. I'm going to feel around the abdomen, and I'm going to check to make sure that none of the organs are enlarged. We're going to check to make sure there's no pain, there's no tenderness. So just tell me if you do have any pain or tenderness as you feel my hand press in and move along the abdomen. You'll feel the liver, spleen, kidney area. Make sure that's all of normal size. Feeling the quality of the intestines as well. Any pain or tenderness at all? Okay. Good. Now, the very last thing that I want to do is look at the legs, the feet, and check the reflexes. So, we'll start with the hip. Have you had any issues with the hips at all? Good. Range of movement and no pain. Good. And how about along the thigh here? Any pain? The knee. How's your knee doing? Good. And the shin, the calf. All good. Okay, we'll look at the feet in a moment. So, hip on this side, thigh, shin and calf. Okay, no skin abnormalities. No concerning heat. It's all just warm, tad bit of sweat, but that's about it. And joints feel cool to the touch. No pain upon palpation. If you could just pop your feet right on my legs here. That way we can get a good look at them. Okay. I'm going to check the capillary refill, just like with your fingers. So I'm going to press on each nail and release. Press, release, press, release, press, release, press, release, press. Good. Press, release, press, release, Now, let's check a couple pulses here. We have post-tib by the ankle here, both sides. That's coming in strong. And dorsalis pedis on the foot. Good. Good. And I'm going to check the ankles for edema, as well as the feet. Do you have any issues with your feet swelling? No? Save for a long day on your feet. Certainly happens to all of us. Good. Okay. We're going to keep your feet up here so that I can do the Babinski reflex. On this Taylor hammer, there is a blade at the end. And this is our tool to elicit the Babinski reflex. I'm just going to stroke the outside of the sole with the blade. Just like that. Firm stroke should not be ticklish. So you could just hold your foot up, and we're just going to run the blade along the foot a couple times, one side, the other, and the toes curl down on each side. Good. Now, we'll keep the feet as they are. I'm going to hold your foot in place and maneuver it just a little. And I'm going to tap on the back of your Achilles tendon. So we'll start with one foot. I'm going to hold the top of the foot here, and we're going to get a little bit of tension so that I can tap. Good. Other side. Hold the foot. Good. You can put your feet down and let the legs hang nice and loose, as if they are a couple of wet towels. Just let them loose and limp. And then I'm going to tap on your knees to elicit the patellar reflex. So just hang loose and limp. Good. Other side. Okay. That's our reflexes. And that concludes our examination. So, if at any point you feel called to do so, if you'd like to open your eyes, you will feel awake, alert, and ready to get on with the rest of your day. If you feel like you wish to stay in this relaxed state, you're more than welcome to. Now, did you have any questions for me? Okay. Let me just sign off. And I'd like to thank you so much for coming to my office for this examination. I hope you have a whale of a day and a good rest of your night. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And a big thank you to my patrons on Patreon, without which I wouldn't be able to make these videos. If you'd like to help support the channel and get perks like ad you have a whale of a day.